Namaskar, this is Nirja. You are listening Travel World Online Radio. News highlights of the day. South African tourism witnesses 43% growth in arrivals from India in 2023. Survey uncovers misconceptions about Moscow among Indian outbound travelers. Uber Intercity trips soar on the back of travel boom, improved infra. Marriott Bonvoy becomes official loyalty partner for Ed Sheeran's upcoming tour in India. OneRep Global announces strategic partnership with French ski destination, Courchevel Tourisme. Qatar Airways and gategroup launch new partnership to elevate in-flight dining. Now, news in detail.
Determined to build on the strong travel momentum witnessed in the previous year, South African tourism wrapped up the second chapter of its 20th annual India Roadshow at Shangri-La, Delhi on 13th February. Kickstarted on 12th February in Jaipur along with a panel discussion on 11th February, the trade schedule will now move forward to Ahmedabad, 14th February, Bengaluru, 15th February, and conclude in Mumbai, 16th February. India is currently one of the fastest growing outbound travel markets, outpacing Asia and many countries around the world. The country is amongst the top 3 focus markets for South African tourism and holds immense potential in the years to come. The 20th multi-city schedule achieves a vital milestone for South African tourism, marking more than 2 decades of its growing investments in India. Led by Neliswa Nakani, hub head Middle East, India and Southeast Asia, South African tourism. The event welcomed more than 550 travel trade partners in Delhi and shared critical local market insights enabling them to capitalize on growing demand. In addition, the tourism board partnered with the hotel to offer authentic South African cuisine and a glimpse of its culture to the guests. Strengthening the relationship between Rainbow Nation's indigenous businesses and Indian buyers, the roadshow hosted 42 prominent trade exhibitors from South Africa. The congregation allowed Indian trade partners to evaluate their inventory and identify potential future collaborations. It is worth noting, amongst the local businesses were 14 small, medium and micro enterprises, SMMEs, who along with their counterparts presented a portfolio comprising 40% new products showcasing diversified and affordable offerings. Such events present businesses from both the nations a platform to engage and establish mutually beneficial partnerships. Nakani said, the 20th annual India Roadshow marks more than 2 decades of South African tourism's commitment to the Indian market. 2023 emerged as another successful year for us, and we witnessed a 43% increase in travelers from India compared to its previous year. This achievement would not have been possible without relentless efforts from our Indian trade partners and the affection showered upon the Rainbow Nation by India travelers. We are truly grateful. Post-resumption of travel activities, we have seen India's outbound tourism market bounce back much stronger compared to the rest of the world. Given the immense potential that lies in the Indian market, it continues to remain amongst our top 3 focus markets for 2024 and holds a position of strategic importance. We hope to keep this momentum going and welcome more and more Indian travelers to the Rainbow Nation, she added. Delhi is currently the second largest market for South African tourism in India and contributes profoundly to leisure, business, and MICE segments. In 2023, South Africa witnessed an increase of 43% in overall inbound travelers from India. Interestingly, 36% of Delhiites traveled to the Rainbow Nation for business purposes while 72% of travelers from Delhi spent most on shopping when in destination. The Tourism Board will continue with its efforts to improve accessibility and encourage dialogues aimed at establishing direct routes to boost tourism and trade between the two nations. promoting the destination through the eyes of Indian influencers and enticing consumers to explore new provinces. South African Tourism is currently running its flagship More and More brand campaign across target cities. The Tourism Board is also set to host its renowned corporate think tank in the coming months to engage with Indian corporates and address their business and MICE travel needs. At present, several stopover flights fly from India to South Africa, including Emirates, Qatar Airways, Ethiopian Airlines, Kenya Airways and Air Seychelles.
OneRep Global, one of India's leading companies in sales, marketing, and PR representation for luxury and ultra-luxury hotels and tourism boards in India, has announced its strategic partnership with Courchevel Tourisme, a renowned French ski destination nestled in the heart of the French Alps. This collaboration marks a significant milestone in delivering an extraordinary experience for the discerning Indian traveler, as Courchevel stands synonymous with an extended ski season and impeccable snow-covered winter wonderland throughout the French Alps. Spread across 3 valleys and 6 picturesque villages, each nestled at altitudes ranging from 1100 m to 1850 m, every village exudes its unique atmosphere and ambience. This winter wonderland boasts an impressive array, including 47 hotels, over 100 restaurants, 6 of which have earned Michelin stars, 102 ski slopes spanning 150 kilometers, a snow park, 7 Payo and easy skiing areas, a freeride zone, and a host of additional attractions. Hemant Mediratta, founder and CEO of OneRep Global, said, "We are accelerated to unveil our alliance with the Courchevel Tourism Board. This partnership encapsulates the dynamic shifts in preferences among Indian travelers, promising an experience that is both distinctive and bespoke." Witnessing a remarkable transformation in the tourism sector, Indians have become a sought-after audience, craving diverse and unique encounters. Together, we embark on a transformative journey, reshaping the landscape of luxury to meet the refined tastes of our esteemed clientele. Sanjay Arya, Advisory Board, OneRep Global and Managing Director, KFT Holidays, said, "Courchevel, a symphony of pristine slopes and cultural richness, invites travelers to embrace an exclusive alpine odyssey." Partnering with OneRep Global, KFT Holidays unveils an extraordinary sojourn where the thrill of adventure harmonizes with the lap of luxury. "We are excited to curate an experience that not only captivates but also elevates, crafting indelible memories for our discerning Indian clientele, a narrative of alpine splendor etched in the heart of Courchevel's breathtaking landscape." Courchevel, renowned as a world-class winter destination, has set its sights on becoming a year-round heaven. Indian tourists can choose from a diverse range of accommodations, spanning from a €500 $533 apartment for 4 people per week to opulent palaces. The destination is conveniently accessible through international airports, with just a 2.5-hour car drive from Geneva in Switzerland and similarly from Lyon in France. Its allure is further heightened by hosting prestigious events like the Women's Alpine Skiing World Cup and World Ski Championships. The unique charm of Courchevel lies in its sunny position, unobstructed views of surrounding peaks, and a variety of slope levels, making it an exceptional destination. Demonstrating a dedication to sports and events, Courchevel offers a vast playground for outdoor enthusiasts, featuring activities such as trail running, mountain biking, hiking, cycling, skiing, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and sledging. Indulge in duty-free shopping with an array of exclusive brands. Discover your Courchevel style among over 40 designer stores, including Chanel, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and more, lining the snow-covered streets of Avenue Montaigne. Additionally, the destination boasts a variety of restaurants offering vegetarian and vegan cuisine, with some specializing in Indian dishes. Alexia Lane, General Manager, Courchevel Tourisme, added, "I am delighted with this partnership between OneRep and Courchevel. It is a privilege for Courchevel Tourisme and the entire resort to benefit from One Rep Global's expertise for the development of Courchevel in the Indian market. The Indian market is booming, and with One Rep's expertise in B2C, C2C, and media, we aim to increase the visibility of Courchevel and eventually become the preferred ski resort for Indian clientele. As Courchevel joins the distinguished portfolio of One Rep Global, this transformative partnership promises to captivate the Indian imagination, presenting a charismatic blend of adventure, luxury, and alpine excellence.
Uber has released its annual travel index riding with Intercity, encapsulating key trends linked to outstation travel in India. Indians made the most of their weekends by taking to travel, as most intercity trips were booked on Saturdays, followed by Sundays and Fridays, signaling a clear trend highlighting weekend outstation travel. 2023 saw the highest ever intercity trips booked on the Uber platform, buoyed by a sharp rise in leisure and religious travel in the country, and backed by the marked improvement in the road infrastructure. The rapid pace of development of the national and state highway network in India over the past few years has significantly reduced travel times, while also making road journeys more comfortable. These factors have resulted in a trend where more people have been opting to cover longer distances by road. Intercity trips can now be booked for round trips lasting up to 5 days, where riders can retain their Uber and the driver, adding stops as they go. To aid journey planning, all Uber rides can now be booked up to 90 days in advance, helping riders schedule their travel better. This feature also helps drivers, as they can now forecast their future earnings in advance and plan their schedules accordingly. The number of intercity rides being reserved in advance went up 5x in 2023, coming in as a vote of confidence for the journey planning feature. The index highlights key trends, including the most popular destinations as chosen by riders in 2023, which is a list of popular tourist destinations, offbeat routes, and religious pilgrimages. While riders from Mumbai loved visiting Pune and the wine country of Nashik to get away from the city, those in Delhi frequented the historical architecture hotspots of Agra and Jaipur the most. Those from Bangalore chose Mysore and Nandi Hills as their favorite getaway spots. The round-trip feature was loved way more by riders for their leisure travel and visits to places of worship, as they could keep the Uber with them, while one-way trips were most booked by those going to visit their families, where the date of return could be flexible.
The most common myths among Indian tourists about the Russian capital, Moscow, were revealed in a recent survey. Intercity, the company with 95 years of background in the inbound tourism market in Russia, conducted a survey among tourists from India who visited Moscow, asking them about their primary expectations for Moscow and the difference from their actual experience. The poll results were used to form a list of popular myths about Moscow, most of which were successfully debunked in the process. When a tourist arrives in Moscow, the first thing that comes to a foreigner's mind is probably the Red Square, all covered in snow, and maybe a layer of red caviar on a giant piece of bread, thanks to the latest Slavic girl trend. Although it is a pretty memorable image, there's so much more that the Russian capital can give to its visitors, commented Alexander Musikhin, the General Director of Intercity and Inbound Tourism Committee Head of the Association of Tour Operators of Russia, ATA. Myth number 1, Moscow is cold. Reality, there are 4 seasons, and the summer is very warm. There are 4 distinct seasons to fit any taste beginning April. Moscow spring is probably the loveliest of them all, with its fresh air, blossoming trees, and cafeteria terraces opening all over the city. Summer in the city is usually hot, with a great choice of refreshing activities. You can visit an open pool like Chaka or Luzhniki, explore any of the renovated parks with a glass of lemonade, or even spend a day at the beach of Serebriny Bor. Sure, winters in Moscow are cold, but thanks to well-adjusted heating systems both in the buildings and public transport, freezing isn't really an option. Myth number 2. Moscow is too Soviet. Reality. Moscow's architecture is a beautiful eclectic mixture of nearly 1,000 years of history. If you take some time to look around the city, a couple of beautiful landmarks from different times will appear just around the corner. Besides Soviet architecture, there are buildings dated with 12th-19th centuries along the bas-reliefs from the Art Nouveau period and shining skyscrapers of the Moscow city cluster, all for your aesthetic pleasure. Myth number 3. Moscow is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Reality. There are options for a trip with any budget. According to the EIU rating of 2021, Moscow didn't even make the top 100 of the annual rich cities list. There are lots of accommodation options, eateries and shopping establishments to fit your desires and financial possibilities, from Stolshnikov Lane with its boutiques to vast malls such as Europolis or Atrium, where the clothing stores are open side by side with fast food restaurants, beauty salons, cinemas, playgrounds, etc. Myth number 4. There is no decent food in Moscow, except for borscht and pelmeni. Reality. Moscow is full of the high-quality restaurants with Russian and world cuisines. Setting aside the fact that there's more to the traditional Russian cuisine than you would first expect, Moscow can offer a hungry tourist a wide range of food options. There are halal and kosher, vegetarian and vegan, European and Asian restaurants all over the city. A homesick Indian tourist can also easily find an authentic eating place serving a thali or a dosa or other Indian vegetarian options. Myth number 5. People in Moscow are mean and unfriendly. Reality. Moscovites are warm-hearted and helpful. There is a strong stereotype that pictures Russians as people who never smile. Thankfully, any public place in Moscow will prove it wrong in mere seconds. Big city people may not be keen on showing emotions to strangers, yet it usually takes a short dialogue for a change of heart, and most of the people passing by will gladly show you the directions or give a helpful tip if asked. Myth number 6. Moscow is unsafe. Reality. Crime rate in Moscow is lower than in many European tourist cities. Moscow is an extremely high-tech city. Last year, Moscow became the leader among BRICS cities in terms of technological and spatial development. Moscow's high technological progress also means a high level of development of security systems. Moscow has a smart city system, outdoor CCTV cameras, and a face recognition system on the streets and in the subway. According to some estimates, the crime rate in Moscow is lower than in many European tourist cities. Being in Moscow, you don't have to worry about your safety. Myth number 7. Nobody speaks English in Moscow. Reality. Young generation of Moscovites speaks English fluently. Traveling nowadays is a popular hobby among millennials and Gen Z, so the majority of young Moscow residents speak fluent English. Foreign languages are taught in schools and universities, with the addition of online courses and countless apps for personal studies that help to maintain speaking skills, so be sure that you will find help when needed. And if you are not much of a people person, all navigation in Moscow public transport is dubbed in English, so you won't even have to ask for help since the tourist infrastructure is well developed.
Qatar Airways and gategroup on Tuesday, 13th February, announced a new catering partnership to elevate in-flight dining, structured through a business management agreement that will see collaboration on passenger dining experiences, sourcing and procurement, healthy eating, as well as sustainability. Qatar Airways' commitment to global aviation excellence will be reinforced by gategroup's expertise in menu design, culinary concepts and operational excellence. This partnership with gategroup will amplify the Qatar Airways brand by delivering refined culinary experiences for our guests, in flight and on the ground in our world-class lounges at Hamad International Airport. Qatar Airways Group Chief Executive Officer, ENGR Badr Mohammad Almir, said, "This partnership with gategroup will amplify the Qatar Airways brand by delivering refined culinary experiences for our guests, in flight and on the ground in our world-class lounges at Hamad International Airport." Chief Executive Officer of gategroup Christoph Schmitz said, "We are genuinely honored to walk this path alongside Qatar Airways. It is a journey of discovery, growth, and immense potential, and we firmly believe in the transformative power of collaboration, where two companies come together with shared visions and values to craft something truly outstanding." Gate Group's culinary team will be based in Doha and will contribute to the development of a dedicated culinary studio for Qatar Airways, which will facilitate innovation, co-creation and efficient menu design. The new culinary creations will focus on high-quality ingredients, health and nutrition, incorporating local produce with a view to sustainable sourcing, authenticity and supporting local businesses. The elevation of culinary quality will be underpinned by robust processes around menu development, efficiency in production and systematic monitoring of food quality, taste and appearance. Through this collaboration, the airline will explore additional revenue streams and optimize operational and commercial efficiencies. This partnership conveys an exciting blend of culinary creativity and best-in-class operations that will mark the next era of Qatar Airways in-flight offerings.
Marriott Bonvoy, Marriott International's award-winning travel program with more than 30 extraordinary brands and endless experiences, has announced it is a loyalty partner to the four-time Grammy Award winner Ed Sheeran's tour, India 2024, brought to India by Book My Show Live, the live entertainment experiential division of Book My Show. The last and final stop of the global tour will be in Mumbai, India at the Mahalakshmi Racecourse on 16 March 2024. This strategic partnership grants Marriott Bonvoy members access to exclusive tickets with guided site tours and an exciting sweepstakes, an opportunity for fans to win tickets to the iconic Ed Sheeran's Tour India 2024. As the official loyalty partner for Ed Sheeran's Tour India 2024 through our strategic partnership with Book My Show Live, we are excited to tap into the positive power of music and entertainment to deliver once-in-a-lifetime experiences for Marriott Bonvoy members. This strategic partnership underscores Marriott Bonvoy's commitment to constantly innovate the way we engage the next generation of travelers with some of the most iconic performers of this era, while showcasing the value proposition of our loyalty program and enrolling prospective new customers, said Khushnuma Kapadia, Vice President Marketing, South Asia, Marriott International. Marriott Bonvoy members can gain access to this once-in-a-lifetime music experience from Marriott Bonvoy Moments, the platform where members can use points earned from travel and everyday activities to redeem exclusive experiences. Members can redeem their points for never-done-before guided site tours one day before the concert. They will also be awarded Marriott Bonvoy launch passes that grant exclusive access to the concert. In addition to this, Marriott Bonvoy will also grant GA passes to members which they can redeem through the Marriott Bonvoy Moments platform using their points. The Moments went live on 7 February 2024. This strategic partnership also gives fans and music lovers the opportunity to participate in the sweepstakes with simple registration to the Marriott Bonvoy program, which is free and easy at marriottbonvoy.com. 10 lucky winners will be selected randomly from eligible entries received throughout the sweepstakes period. The sweepstakes go live from 15th February to 1st March 2024. That's all in this bulletin. For latest news updates from the world of travel and tourism, keep listening Travel World Online.